Welcome to my channel. Today's day is 30th of April 2024. We are going to look at the following article in light of the Qur'an. This article is on BBC Sport. I will put the link of it in the description. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson officially sanctioned as professional fight. So I will read, stop off, make some comments, and then continue. So to begin, this summer's meeting between YouTuber turned pro boxer Jake Paul and former world champion Mike Tyson has been officially sanctioned as a professional fight. It means the outcome of the bout, which is scheduled to take place in Texas on July 20, will appear on both their records. Now, this is essentially entertainment. We have Tyson, a 58-year-old, facing Paul, who is 28, for money. Now, in the Quran, God talks about this concept of fighting. Fighting is a defensive mechanism. Chapter 2, verse 216 says, "Fighting is prescribed for you, though it be hateful to you. And it may be that you hate a thing, and it is good for you. And it may be that you love a thing, and it is bad for you. And God knows, and you know not." So here, we essentially have entertainment for money. To continue. However, the fight will have certain conditions, including that the contest can only be 8 2-minute rounds, 14-ounce gloves must be worn rather than 10 ounces. The Texas Department of License and Regulation said he has conducted a review of Paul and Tyson, evaluating the records to date of both men, as well as their medical history, before approving the pro fight with certain waivers. The safety of the contestants competing in the ring or the octagon is always the primary concern, the TDLR, i.e. the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation, said. Tyson, who will be 58 at the time of the fight and whose professional career ended in 2005, most recently competed in an exhibition bout in 2020 and will turn 58 3 weeks before facing Paul. Paul, meanwhile, beat Ryan Baller in his 10th professional fight in March. Now, just some backstory. Tyson also smokes marijuana. He has spoken about how he will stop doing this in preparation for this fight. In the Quran, it talks about intoxicants and as having negative benefits for mankind, and these substances, whether they have some healing properties or not, when you take them, you do risk harming yourself when you do excessive nature, when you indulge in these things. Tyson reportedly smokes $40,000 worth of marijuana a month. He also operates a company which reportedly sells certain products based on marijuana across 24 states in the US at the time of this recording. Chapter 2, verse 219 reads, "They ask thee about intoxicants and games of chance. Say, in both is great sin and benefits for men, but their sin is greater than their benefit." So again, you are playing with fire. Let's continue. This is a quote from Nakisa Bidrarian, who is one of the co-founders of MVP Promotions. Mike Tyson and Jake Paul signed on to fight each other with the desire to do so in a sanctioned professional fight that would have a definitive outcome. That was the quote. Continue with the article. Tyson was the first heavyweight boxer to simultaneously hold the WBA, WBC, and IBF titles in 1987, but his reign as unified champion came to a shock end in 1990 as he was beaten by Buster Douglas in one of the biggest upsets in boxing history. Now, why would you fight a YouTuber at 58 when you've had an amazing pro career? There's nothing else for you to prove. The only answer is idolatry. This is for money, fame, fortune. This is the only reason. Chapter 4, verse 76 reads, "Those who believe fight in the cause of God, but those who deny fight in the cause of idols." So this is for money, fame, and fortune, nothing else. To continue. Although he briefly regained the WBA and WBC titles in 1996, he then suffered back-to-back defeats to Evander Holyfield. The second ending as Tyson was disqualified for biting part of Holyfield's ear off. Tyson's legal issues have included a rape conviction in 1992, for which he served 3 years of a 6-year prison sentence, and in 1999 he served a third of a 12-month sentence for a road rage assault. He got back into shape to play his part in an exhibition bout with fellow former world champion Roy Jones in 2020, and his fight with Paul will take place in Arlington's AT&T Stadium, home of the NFL's Dallas Cowboys, which has a seating capacity of 80,000. Paul has won 9 of his 10 fights, mostly against ex-UFC fighters, with his solitary defeat coming against British boxer Tommy Fury in February 2023. So just some closing comments. We have a 58-year-old fighting a YouTuber turned pro boxer in front of 80,000 people. Now, you tell me, how many 58-year-olds would do that seriously for a genuine love of the sport without money being involved? Because if there was no money, in reality, this would not go ahead. So that concludes today's video. Thank you for listening. Please share your thoughts in the comments section. And it's goodbye for now. Peace.